You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. This show is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. If you'd like to see the show continue, consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media. And thank you for your support. Say kids, how would you like to build your very own Driftwood Gulch action playset? Stay tuned after the show to find out how.
Saturday Morning Theater proudly presents The Tales of Deputy Guppy! Return with us now to the thrilling days of not too long ago, when the West was wild and the rivers in the West were even wilder. Luckily, there was one fish to maintain law and order. One fish to reel in those who dare disturb the peace and tranquility of Driftwood Gulch. One fish to stand for truth, justice, and honor in the untamed rivers of the Wild West. Deputy Guppy! Today's adventure on the Bandit Trail. In our last episode, Deputy Guppy had to remain in town while Clamity Jayne and Ringo set out to try and apprehend two bandits who were robbing travelers on the road from Spearhead. Along for the ride was Essie Grunion, editor of the Driftwood Gulch Gazette.
Is dusk really the best time to be hunting these two bandits, Ringo?
You might be right, Essie. The sun's about to set on the surface. I would think you'd be able to see better in the day.
You two are sounding like the oncoming night is about starting to spook you.
Oh, it's not that, Jane. It's just that at night it gets dark, and, well, that makes things sort of, well, dark.
I have been a scout and guide for years, and I am here to tell you that the dark is sometimes the perfect time to go tracking people you're trying to track.
Because they won't see you coming in the dark?
That, and when you got a nice, flat piece of land like this stretch here, sometimes you can see more than during the day.
See more? I can't see anything but moss brush and the occasional reed stalk.
And you don't see nothing else?
My glasses might be smudgy, but I don't see nothing but flat land.
So I reckon neither of you see that small speck of light about a mile out.
No, wait. Yes, I do.
I do too. It's weird, it's flickering. I wonder what it could be.
Couldn't be a lightning bug. We don't have those this far out west.
It's a fire. A campfire. And I'm betting that sitting on either side of it is the two rogues that we must bring to justice.
I'll be. We gonna ride out there and take them?
Well, we didn't come out here to look at the stars. Let's go. Walk your horses only. Noise travels fast and far on the flatlands.
Won't they hear our horses when we come up on them?
We're going to dismount about 1/4 of a mile from where they are. Go the rest of the way on Finn.
Okay, let's go.
Not a bad haul for a day's work, eh, Wildcat?
Not bad at all, Burrows. Of course, it would have been better if that one hadn't put up such a tough fight.
That woman was plumb out of her gourd. You see how she was dressed? In men's clothes?
She may have been crazy, but she was a fair shot with that shotgun. I'm still picking buckshot out of my arm.
Well, if you'd like, I can retry my shots.
What?
Who's that?
Evening, gentlemen. Now. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll let my scattergun say hello to you once more.
You plumb crazy to come out here after us.
Yeah, and to come alone, too.
There has been plenty of speculation on my sanity over the years, but I can assure you, I'm not crazy to come out here after two silt suckers like you. I'm also not alone.
You're bluffing.
Go for your gun, either of you. I promise I won't shoot. But I can't say the same for my companions.
I still think she's bluffing.
I don't know, Wildcat. What if she ain't?
Yeah, Wildcat, what if I ain't?
Oh, enough of this. Burrows, we can take her.
You sure about that, Wildcat?
Yeah, you sure about that?
What? She has us surrounded. How many more you got in the darkness?
You can reach for your guns and find out the hard way, or you can lie down onto your stomachs and find out the easy way.
I don't know about you, Wildcat, but I'm taking the easy way.
Either way you choose, we're taking you into Driftwood Gulch to have a chat with Deputy Guppy. What's it gonna be, Wildcat?
Yep.
All right, Ringo, Essie, keep them covered as I tie them up.
You got it, Jayne.
My readers are gonna love this story. A first-hand account of capturing bandits with Clamity Jayne.
Don't forget me.
I certainly will not.
I got their guns and I got them tied up. Ringo, help me get them to their feet. Essie, you put out that fire. We got a long walk back to the horses.
Morning, Jayne. Thanks for leaving those two in the jail cell last night.
Oh, you found them, did you?
I did. I'll make sure that Burrows and Wildcat are brought to the courthouse in Spearhead. I was just reading about your adventure in this morning's Gazette.
Essie wasn't kidding when she said she was going to print up an early edition.
Found her asleep at the printing press this morning. You leaving town already?
Yeah, I figured I'd get an early start.
Well, I can't thank you enough, Jayne.
I couldn't have done it without Ringo and Essie's help. Say, is Ringo around?
No, I think he may still be sleeping, what with you three getting back so late. Say, where are you off to now?
Back on the trail of the Caviar Kid. I gotta bring him to justice, just like I did Wildcat and Burrows.
Well, you be safe, Jayne, and don't wait too long to come back and visit us here in Driftwood Gulch.
That I will not do. Thank you, Guppy. Oh, and Guppy?
Yeah?
Make sure you tell Ringo I said goodbye.
I will.
I ain't the settling down type, but I reckon if I was, he'd be the type of fish I'd like to land. Don't tell him I said that.
Well, you got my word.
Let's go, Spirit. Ha!
Deputy Guppy smiles as Clamity Jayne rides off in her pursuit of the Caviar Kid. Will it be too long before we see Clamity Jayne back in Driftwood Gulch? Stay tuned to find out in future episodes of The Tales of Deputy Guppy!
Episode number 207 of The Tales of Deputy Guppy starred Zoe Rose Palladino as Essie Grunion, Chris Sheets as Ringo, Jane Entwistle as Clamity Jayne, Clinton Alvord as Burrows, Jayden Libran as Wildcat, Grant Baciocco as Deputy Guppy, and Kevin Berntson as the narrator. Sound design for this episode by Christopher Green of GreenStreams Studio. Find out more at greenstreamsstudio.ca. Music for this episode by Dan Ring. Say, kids, did you know that this episode of The Tales of Deputy Guppy comes with a piece of the Driftwood Gulch action playset that is all ready for you to download, print, color, cut, and assemble? All you gotta do is head on over to DeputyGuppy.com and click on the link to the free PDF in the post for this episode. Once you add this new building to your playset, we would love to see a picture of it. Send a picture of your Driftwood Gulch action playset to hello@SaturdayMorningMedia.com and stay tuned for more buildings and figures coming with future episodes so you can build your very own Driftwood Gulch. This show is a production of Saturday Morning Media and made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Myrn Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Stephen Staver, Jackie Klimo, Melissa Crawford, Dave Slusher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Conflin, Dorothy Baciocco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi from the Technorama podcast, Chris Foster, Stephen Ing, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wobschall, Twitter user Butson Gear, aka Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, Gaston Moreno, Reed Loveland, Ivan Asquith, Vanessa Whitney, Peggy Etra, Kristen Hogan of Squid Friends, David Akers, Zoe Palladino, Ellen Multari, Christopher Harris, Rachel Jackson of Vox Fabuli Puppets, Carolyn Weisner, John Petty, Rachel Hansen, Darcy Prevost, Fernando Torres, Ron McAdams, Pearly Q Magic, Jason Domer, Lee Barrett, Casino Skunk, The Misty Minute, Peter Capesser, Night Gig Studios, Joelle Recht Fertig, Adrian Rose Leonard, Earth to John Francis, RJ, Ginger J Fitz, Megapodtastic, Paul Brunel, Jamie Hitchcock, Catherine Hannaford, Alan Gratz, Rachel Gibbous, John R. Donald, Jude Major, Miss Maudie and her buddies, Molly Smith, Phil Goodman, Emma Buntrock Muller, Jennifer Bowyer, Nate Beagle, David Packman, and the Trivia Puppet Company. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. This show is copyright 2018 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.